Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets hidden in plain sight within company filings. Today, we are diving into OneWater Marine Inc.'s latest report. And let me tell you, it is a bit of a mixed bag, like a beautiful boat on a choppy sea. Let's get straight to the heart of it. This report, filed on the 13th of November 2025, gives us a snapshot of OneWater Marine's performance for their fiscal year ending the 30th of September 2025. This filing is basically an update to let us know how the company is doing financially. Now, OneWater Marine Inc. is a publicly traded company, and their stock trades under the ticker symbol 1W on the Nasdaq Global Market. They are incorporated in Delaware, and their principal executive offices are located in Buford, Georgia. Think of them as a big player in the boat sales and services industry. They sell new and pre-owned boats, along with parts and accessories, and offer maintenance and repair services. The key piece of news here is that on the 13th of November, OneWater Marine issued a press release announcing their operating and financial results for the entire fiscal year that just wrapped up. This is important because it tells us how the company performed over the last 12 months, which is a crucial period for evaluating business health and future potential. This press release, which is attached as an exhibit to this report, is where we find the juicy details about their performance. While the report itself is a formal document, the press release is usually where companies put their spin on the numbers, so it is important to look closely at what they are highlighting and also what they might be downplaying. The law requires companies like OneWater Marine to report significant events and financial information to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. This particular filing is categorized as a Form 8K, which is for current reports. This means it is used to announce material events that shareholders and the public should know about in a timely manner. In this case, the material event is the release of their annual financial results. Now, let's talk about what we can glean from their financial results. While this specific filing doesn't contain the detailed financial tables themselves, it references a press release that does. Typically in these releases, you'd see key figures for revenue, profits, and how their assets and liabilities stack up, without the actual numbers here. We have to infer based on the fact that they are reporting these results. What we usually look for are year-over-year changes. Is revenue growing? Are their profits increasing or decreasing? How is their debt situation looking? Are they investing in their business or cutting back? Think of it like this: if a restaurant announces its yearly earnings, we want to know if they sold more meals, if their food costs went up or down, and if they made more money in their pocket. For OneWater Marine, this means looking at their boat sales, their service revenue, and their overall profitability. Are people buying more boats, or are they holding back? With the economic climate, consumer spending on big ticket items like boats can really fluctuate. One thing to note is that the report asks if OneWater Marine is an emerging growth company. This classification has implications for how they report their financial information, potentially allowing them some flexibility in adopting new accounting standards. For the purpose of this filing, they are checking the box indicating they are not an emerging growth company. This suggests they are a more established player in the market and are expected to adhere to full reporting standards expected of larger, more mature businesses. From a strategic standpoint, OneWater Marine's success hinges on several factors: consumer confidence, interest rates which affect financing for boat purchases, and the overall demand for recreational boating. The company's ability to manage its inventory, offer competitive pricing, and provide excellent after-sales service are also critical. Their business model is sensitive to seasonality as well, with demand typically peaking in warmer months. When we examine the financial results announced in the press release, we'd be looking for trends. For example, if their revenue is up but their profit margins are down, it could mean they are selling more but at a lower profit per sale, perhaps due to increased competition or higher costs. Conversely, if revenue is flat but profits are up, they might be effectively managing their expenses or selling higher margin products. The filing format, specifically the reference to Exhibit 99.1. The press release is standard practice. Companies use the 8K to signpost important announcements. The real meat of the financial performance for the year is in that press release. Now, let's consider the broader picture for OneWater Marine. The recreational boating industry can be cyclical, tied heavily to economic conditions and discretionary spending. The company operates in a competitive landscape with other dealerships and manufacturers. Success often comes down to strong brand relationships, effective marketing, and a robust service network. We need to look at how OneWater Marine has been navigating the market. Are they expanding their footprint, acquiring new dealerships, or focusing on enhancing their existing operations? Reports like this are crucial for investors to gauge management's effectiveness and the company's long term prospects. Finally, the report is signed by Jack Ezel, who holds the dual titles of Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer. This is notable as it shows a senior executive is directly attesting to the accuracy of the filing. His signature, dated the 13th of November 2025, officially concludes the filing and confirms the company's acknowledgement of the reported information on that date. Looking at this filing and the information it points to within the press release, OneWater Marine appears to be going through the standard reporting cycle for their annual results. Without those specific numbers from the press release, it is hard to give a definitive judgment on their performance. However, based on the context of an 8K filing for annual results, we expect to see a comprehensive overview of their financial performance. We would be looking for revenue growth, profitability trends, and any significant changes in their balance sheet. The company's direction seems to be focused on reporting its annual performance as mandated. Strength would lie in their established market presence and their ability to operate within the boating industry. Weaknesses could emerge if their financial results show declining sales or profitability, especially in a potentially tightening economic environment. Opportunities might include market expansion or new service offerings, while risks could involve increased competition, regulatory changes, or economic downturns impacting consumer spending. In conclusion, this 8K filing serves as a notification that OneWater Marine Inc. has released its annual financial results. The true story of their performance lies within the reference press release, which would detail their revenue, earnings, and other critical financial metrics. Investors and analysts will be poring over those details to understand the company's health and future outlook. What is your take on these filings and what they signal for OneWater Marine's future? Do you think the boating market is heading for smoother waters or rougher seas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more in-depth financial analysis. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for even more insights and discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.